Good morning, everyone. You have to excuse my raspiness. I'm an allergy sufferer, so my voice might not be so clear. I'm Karlie Hoekstra, and as Steve said, I've been interning with the youth this summer, and I will also be speaking about this subject on Tuesday night. We have a girls group going for the teens, and it's called LOL, which is Loving Our Life, and we've had a few speakers, so I will be Tuesday night speaker if anyone would like to join. In a discussion at our weekly lunch bunch group, a member brought up her concerns regarding a bully who she had been having difficulties with. The others chimed in and offered advice. They consoled their peer and all agreed that the bully was in the wrong. I suddenly came to the defense of this bully, realizing how similar she was to me. Shortly after, I was asked to share my story with the congregation. I was very nervous and hesitant to put myself out there, not as someone who is a mature young adult, but someone who was the opposite. I am very aware of the scars that bullies cause to others, and am not proud to admit I'm sure I created some myself. Whether you are my peer, someone who attended school years before me, or are in the process now, being bullied feels the same. Technology has actually increased the rate of bullying, even with many schools creating plans to address this problem. However, the thing about being a bully is that you can change, and I was lucky enough to do so before my relationships were no longer repairable. In 7th grade, I was known as Regina George. For those of you who have not seen the movie Mean Girls, Regina is the leader of the group called the Plastics. They are a group of girls who everyone idolizes only because they are in such fear of being different and being bullied by this group. The moral of the story is to be yourself, because popularity isn't everything. In fact, popularity for being someone who you aren't is like plastic. It's fake and it will break. Real friendships last. I was aware that everyone saw me as the leader of a group of bullies. However, I was more comfortable being that than myself. Sometimes, especially when you're young, it's easier to be like a mannequin than to face the vulnerability of allowing others to truly see you. I always viewed myself as wearing a mask. I felt like I was hiding behind my appearance. To appear happy and confident was better than being unhappy and depressed. But that was the truth. I was a young girl struggling with depression. Instead of seeking help, I was afraid people would think I was looking for attention. After all, I made people believe I had the perfect life, which in reality I sort of did. There was no dramatic event in my life that would give me an excuse to feel bad. I was blessed with an amazing family and friends who stuck by me even when I bullied them. I simply had a chemical imbalance in my brain. I took all my aggression out on my peers with no intention to do so, but showed no remorse until I was alone. In order to make a change, I turned to my faith. I desperately searched the Bible for answers. The first page I flipped to and read was Psalms 37:24. It reads, "If they fall, they will not stay down, for the Lord will help them up." That was the message I needed to know. We all have times in our life that are difficult. We all have moments when it is easier to hide our emotions than to face judgments of others. Even as adults, people sometimes choose to be someone who is disliked or makes poor decisions or treats others poorly or turns from their morals for one reason or another. I don't believe my mental state is an excuse for my actions. I made people feel bad about themselves. I ostracized my peers, I was manipulative, and I used the power I created by making others fear me. I was more mean to the friends who were close to me than the people I didn't spend time with. I am lucky that I was able to see what I was doing and make a change. I had to spend time apologizing to people and rebuilding the friendships I broke. Just because I was in middle school does not make my actions irrelevant. I still apologize to people for things I did that hurt them. People will remember comments that put them down over comments that build them up. I have to live with the choices I made, and I will have to admit to those choices, even when it makes me uncomfortable to do so. My advice is to show love toward bullies. Luke 6:35 says, "But love your enemies and do good, and lend, expecting nothing in return, and your reward will be great, and you will be sons of the Most High, for he is kind to the ungrateful and evil." Nothing screams Christianity like being kind to those who are not kind to you. With that, I hope we can be people who, instead of pointing out someone who is mean, will be a friend to those who so desperately need someone. You never know what is happening in someone's life until they tell you. As perfect as a person may seem, we all have moments of struggle. The best thing about a moment, however, is that it is brief and it ends. Always know that the Lord is on your side and your struggle will not last when you have faith in His guidance. Thank you.